It's 10 o'clock. It's time for the council to be in session. There's one member present. We need 9 more for a quorum. He called. It's 20 minutes after 10 and we have 5 members. We have Mrs. Chick, Mr. Hernandez, Ms. Sakowski, and Mr. Wax. We need 5 more for a quorum. Sergeant, would you go through if you can hustle these people up? The council will please come to order. Sergeant, we do have a quorum, so call the roll.
Alarcon, Alatorre, Bernson, Chick, Fuhrer, Galanter, Goldberg, Hernandez, Holden, Miskowski, Ridley, Thomas, Savornis, Wax, Walters, Ferraro. 10 council members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Okay, members, this is a meeting of the City Council for the City of Los Angeles on the 13th day of February 1998, Friday the 13th. There are 15 council districts in the city. The regular meeting days are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are currently being viewed by cable subscribers throughout the Los Angeles area on Channel 35, and we're also being monitored by council phone. So the first order of business.
Approval of the minutes.
All right, Ms. Sakowski and Mr. Savornich moves and seconds. There's no objections, unanimous vote. Next item.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
There are no objections, unanimous vote. The chair recognizes Mr. Holden. The chair recognizes Ms. Galanter. Do you have a presentation? Are they all here?
Still lacking a couple of people here who wanted to talk. This is Stan Sizak. Did you want to introduce him, or do you want Stan to introduce him? How would that be?
What, these people?
Oh, really?
They're
These ones that are here on your...
Let's do the formal part first here. Okay. Mr. President and members of the council, it may be Friday the 13th, but it is also part of an effort, today is part of an effort to celebrate the concept of peace. Instead of fighting with each other, instead of fighting with each other in the council, instead of fighting with each other in their communities, instead of fighting with each other around the world, fighting wars around the world, which we seem to be getting closer and closer to. And it's my pleasure this morning to introduce to you Jerry Rubin, whom you've met many times before. He's here today in his capacity as I guess, the founder of the Alliance for Survival, the group that campaigns against war toys, campaigns against war, and campaigns for doing things better in the world. And he's brought with him, as you'll see over on the left here, a very large Valentine's card, tomorrow being Valentine's Day, in which we try to convey to the leaders of the world our desire as members of the world to have peace instead of war. And I wanted to, Jerry and I sometimes have our differences, but we actually work together on a number of things. And one of the things that I feel very strongly about is that people who do work for peace ought to get some public recognition for it. And so I've brought this morning a certificate of appreciation for Jerry Rubin and the Alliance for Survival in honor of the Valentine for Peace. And I'm going to give that to him and let him explain it to you. Here you go.
Why, thank you. This is an honor.
I forgot my Peacemaker t-shirt this morning. I'm sorry.
Mr. Council President, council members, we wish you a very happy Valentine's Day in advance, one that's filled with love and peace. I'm very honored here, and I want to thank Councilwoman Galanter for allowing us to present this 8-foot-tall Love, Peace, and Nonviolence Valentine's card to you today for your public signatures. We will have it for public display in Santa Monica on the 3rd Street Promenade all day tomorrow from noon until midnight, and then to take it to a few more events, and then hopefully we'd like to personally deliver it to the United Nations in New York City as a positive message for love, peace, and nonviolence. I'd also like to say publicly today that myself and the Alliance for Survival wish the very best to Mayor Richard Riordan on his wedding on Valentine's Day, and wish he and his future wife the very, very, very best, and a very, very wonderful day to get married, I believe. I want to introduce Aisha Mason, the LA coordinator for our Season for Nonviolence. You have endorsed that event. It's a positive event with hundreds of supporting events that will be taking place. It's began already. It began on January 30th, the 50th memorial anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, and it will continue until April 4th, the 30th memorial anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we're very, very grateful and honored to be here today.
Good morning to all the members of the council on behalf of the Season for Nonviolence. And I'd like to thank you and Councilman Galanter for recognizing Jerry Rubin, who is one of our local heroes, who over time has consistently taken a stand for peace and nonviolence in our community. And I believe that each signature on this card, including yours, is each person's commitment, because your signature is your word, for a practice of nonviolence in your life and our commitment to a society that honors the dignity and the worth of every human being, and our commitment to live in a nonviolent world. Thank you so much.
Let me just say thank you again to both of you for doing this and for coming in and bringing us the card. And council members, I know that we all like an excuse to get up and move around a little bit. There's a good one. Go and sign the card, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Planner. All right, Mr. Holden.
Mr. President, members, once in a while, but certainly not too often, that we congratulate and commend city employees for a job well done, where we have discovered that they work above and beyond the call of duty to please the people of the city that we represent and to make their communities more livable and a happy and a safer place in which to reside. Mr. President, we have one search person with us today, Ed Soleil. He's worked in just about every area of the city of Los Angeles, including Normandy 5, that's 8th, 9th, 10th District, and other parts, in the 1st District as well, in order to provide better housing, more support for businesses, and to improve those communities by developing a plan to revitalize them called the Revitalization Program of the Inner Cities. He's got so many things on here that we know that he has done, and is not all included, but I just want to summarize just a few, Mr. President, members. He's monitored buildings and land use control. I'll begin by saying Ed Soleil, with a middle initial O, often helping us. Began working for the City of Los Angeles in 1974 with the Department of General Services. He joined CRA in 1979, appointed project manager of Adams, Normandy, and Normandy 5 in 1992. That's when Bob Farrell was still there, and as you know, a lot of work went on in that area. Mr. Hernandez picked up part of it on reapportionment, and so did I, and now we can take credit for having done the work. Pretty good, huh, Mike? And promoted to project manager for Adam, Normandy, and Normandy 5, a Mid-City Recovery Redevelopment Project in 1994. As a Mid-City project manager, Ed has implemented, and I got to tell you, the Mid-City, you got that new development went on over there, and Mid-City, we got a grocery store with 50,000 square feet for Ralph's, the largest west of the Mississippi, doing the best business, among other things which I cannot identify item by item because it'll go on. But the graffiti and zero tolerance program. We know we have too much graffiti in our city, but here's the guy who said it goes up one day, it'll go down the next day, and CRA is going to help you do it. We got a new plan on how to do that. The CRA housing loans program, we've got many of them in my district and your district, Mike, and others. Commercial and industrial earthquake loans for 4 valuable businesses along the commercial corridor. And that's just the beginning. Coordinated CRA response to developers' opportunities, monitors building and land use control, coordinated the drafting of urban design guidelines. Those guidelines are used not just in the 10th District, 8th, 9th, and 10th, but throughout the city and the urban areas. He represented CRA's lead agency with the Targeted Neighborhood Initiative program. That's a program initiated by the mayor where about 11 districts will receive about $1 million per district. And in the program in my district, this guy has taken that money and maximized its use with the rehabilitation of the Ebony Showcase, which is known all around the world by entertainers and people who went to the Ebony Showcase to enjoy themselves with entertainment. And so he has overseen rehabilitation for over 831 units of housing in the Normandy 5 project area, not counting what he's done in the 10th district. Developed the Adams West Senior Citizen Housing Project, consisting of 52 units adjacent to the Normandy 5 with a grocery store in there. So he's really consistent. And he led the efforts to implement the Neighborhood Commercial Recovery Program, which provided agency financial assistance for the new reconstruction of the West Adams hardware store following its devastation by the fire during the civil unrest. And he attended all meetings he was invited to in the 10th district. I mean, I got to give this family credit because they let Ed go. I mean, he spent very little time at home there. His daughter's over there and his wife is right over here, Mrs. Soule. So I think the whole family should join in this celebration because here's a guy who provided for them, but he really worked hard for us. And we're the city of Los Angeles. We won't ever forget it, Ed. We love you. We appreciate what you've done. Your heart is always in your work. And I'm so glad you live in the 10th district where you can see what the problems are and you can solve them without my even bringing them to your attention. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. Very good.
Bring your family up.
Why don't Dave, Mr. Holden, could you maybe take him back there because we got presentation.
Oh, I understand, Mr.
No,
I know. I just want to
I'm
play
just
a little.
asking you.
What's that?
No.
I want his family to be recognized. For
Oh, I agree.
Okay. We're not going to play a lot of music today, Mr. Alatorre.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Alatorre. You want to introduce your family?
Oh, well, then can we do it Friday then?
Let me see who's here.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. President and
Yes,
members
sir.
of the council, especially Councilman Holden, I'd like to thank you for this acknowledgement, and I'd like to also thank you for the 30-plus years that the city of Los Angeles have given me a job. And I also like to thank the team that worked in the Adams-Normandy area, the Normandy 5 area, and the Mid-City area, plus the Washington Boulevard Targeted Neighborhood Initiative. Because without the team, which consists of the housing department, planning department, engineering department, contract, purchasing, and everything, none of the work that is being done could have been done, and I wouldn't be standing here before you today. I also like to thank the council officers, Councilman Mike Hernandez, Councilman Mark Riley Thomas, and especially Councilman Nate Holden for all the support their staff have given us, and especially my deputy of Operation 1, Mr. Roy Willis, who have always been very supportive of us. So, to cut it short, it's the team that you see here before you that have done the work for the city of Los Angeles, and thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
You want to say a word, Roy?
All right.
Roy Willis, the manager, Mr. President.
I would just echo all that has been said already. Ed has done a fantastic job, and we thank all the council persons for their support in allowing us to do our work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Ferraro for a presentation.
Let's come back and do something.
This, Mr. President, members of the council, the Institute for the Advancement of Engineering is a nationwide nonprofit organization representing all disciplines of engineering and scientific endeavor. Its membership is made up of educators and professionals from all sectors of the technical community. The Southern California chapter of the IAE is comprised of a combination of the local engineering councils, including the Los Angeles Council of Engineers and Scientists, the Orange County Engineers Council, the Los Angeles chapter of the Consulting Engineers and Land Surveyors of California, and the College of Fellows. The active membership of the Southern California chapter includes over 500 prominent and accomplished engineers and technical practitioners. Each year during the week following George Washington's birthday, the Institute of the Advancement of Engineering sponsors an event to highlight and celebrate the important contributions made by engineers and scientists. The City Council is pleased, as it has for many years, to present a resolution in recognition of National Engineers Week. There are several IEA members who the Council is being presented, and they include Mr. David Wagner, President of the Institute and owner of the Wagner Pacific Engineering, Dr. Jerry Jekbrowski, past President of IEA, I hope I didn't, this is year's Chairman of the National Engineers Weekly Award Banquet, and Dean of the School of Engineering at Loyola Marymount University. Mr. Manny Moya, President of the Los Angeles Council of Engineers and Scientists, and Stan Zajac, the past President of the College of Fellows. In attendance are also several members, several employees of the city.
Excuse me, Mr. Farrell, can I just have, people on the sides, we're trying to listen. We can't conduct business as long as you're talking. If you want to talk, why don't you go outside and talk? But it is very disruptive, especially to the president.
Okay, in attendance are several employees of the city's engineer's office who are receiving awards at the IAE Awards Banquet. They are Ms. Chris Salvaggio, I should be able to pronounce that, who is receiving an Outstanding New Engineer of the Year award for her work in the storm drain management, and Mr. Randy McFarlane, who will receive the Outstanding New Engineers of the Year award for his work in project management. Also joining us today is Mr. Sam Fukuda, who is our city engineer, and Red Martinez, our Public Works Commissioner. Now, I'd like to present this resolution, and Stan, you want me to present this to you or to, who's going to speak? Who's going to represent? Who's
Dave Wagner, the president?
David Wagner, you want to, on behalf of the group?
President Ferraro and council members, on behalf of the entire Southern California engineering community, I want to thank you for the recognition and your past support, and we appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Okay, Red, do you want to say something?
Sam, why don't you get up there? He's head of
Yes.
I would only like to say that I'm very proud of the engineers and architects that have received this award. The one person that's missing here is Bill Holland. He is also receiving an award for sustainable design. He cannot be here because he is in San Diego giving a presentation to a seminar on sustainable design. It's his life. So I'm very proud of these employees.
Sustainable design, is that the City Hall we're talking about? Mr. President, thank you very much, and thank all of you.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Galanter for a presentation. She did it? Okay, fine. All right, next item.
Items 1 through 7 and 14 through 17 are items for which public hearings have already been held.
All right. Any specials on these items? Item 5?
And 15.
And 15.
I'd actually like item 5 to be held over until next Friday.
Very good. Item number 5 will be held over until next Friday. All right. Any discussion?
Mr. President,
Yes.
item 7, I've been advised that Councilmember Walters would like 7 continued for 60 days to April the 14th. I need a motion from the floor.
All right. Ms. Walters moves and Mr. Wax seconds. If there's no objection, that'll be the order. All right.
And item 17, Councilman Burnson has requested in his absence to have this matter continued to next Tuesday, the 17th, together with the Arts, Health, and Humanities report to be submitted this morning by Councilmember Fuhrer.
All right. Item 17 will be continued till next week. Ms. Goldberg.
I'm sorry, I was not in the room. On item 14, did we hold that till Tuesday so that I can have it in my committee this afternoon? We did. Thank you.
Continue to Tuesday?
That's it. We will be done. We're going to take it today, so it'll be here on Tuesday.
That's fine.
Thank you very much.
All right. If there's no further discussion, open the roll. Close the roll.
13 ayes.
All right. Those items will be deemed adopted. Next item. What is it? No, we're not going to do it. So will you just continue it until... All right. On item 16, if there's no objection, forthwith.
Yes, you did. On the balance of the regular agenda, items for which public hearings have not been held.
I
I'd
didn't
like
hear.
to move for reconsideration on item 16.
On item 15,
16.
16. All right. There's a motion to reconsider. If there's no objection, that'll be the order.
Mr. President, I object to the reconsideration.
All right. We open the roll on reconsideration.
That's where I vote.
Close the roll.
8 ayes, 3 noes.
That item is reconsidered.
Thank
All
you,
right.
colleagues.
You want it special?
Yes, I'd like to call it special.
It's not showing there. I voted no.
That'd be
But that would change the vote, Mr.
7 to
President.
4, Mr.
Wait,
President,
wait.
then it fails.
Well, ma'am, look at that changes the vote.
Mr. President, when the item first went through,
Wait, excuse me, Mr. Holden, please. All right.
The clerk tabulated the vote too soon before he called it, so it really should be taken over again.
All right. Why don't we
listen to the item, no?
open the roll?
Wait a minute. I'm saying item 16 went by too fast, Mr. President. We were calling, everybody was standing up, asking for continuance on items and so forth, and that's why I was asking for reconsideration, because I don't think we gave that proper attention at that time.
All right. So you want it for discussion?
I want it for discussion.
All right.
And again, I think a vote was taken, it passed, and it...
All right. On reconsideration, Mr. Hernandez is asking for an aye vote. Open the roll. And Ms. Walters, a no vote. Close the roll.
We're going to have to call it orally, Mr. President, because the machine's not reflecting her.
All right, let's call it.
We should
All
have
right,
done that in
I'll
the
just go
first
through it
place.
orally,
If we would have done
okay?
that in the first place, Mr. President, we'd
All
be
right.
having the
All right,
debate.
go.
This is to reconsider item 16, Alatorre,
Aye.
Chick, Fuhrer, Galanter, Goldberg, Hernandez,
Aye.
Holden, Misakowski, Ridley Thomas,
Go on.
Ridley Thomas,
He's not here.
Savornich, Wax, Walters, 7 to 4, it fails.
All right. Next item.
The next item, Mr. President, are items 8 through 13, for which public hearings have not been held.
Mr. President, could I respectfully be shown as a no vote on that cast, on the initial one?
I'll be glad to reflect
Thank
that,
you.
yes.
All right. That is, okay. Wait. Hold on. Okay,
Items
what do we
8 through 13 are which public hearings have not been held.
All right. Anybody want to be heard on any of these items, 8 through 15?
13.
13. Item number 12, we have a card.
12, which letter, Mr. President?
Doesn't say.
Mr. Alatorre?
It's already called special.
Yeah, can we just continue 12H so we can have a chance to discuss it in committee?
That, I don't have any objection to that.
What was the letter on the one you want to 12 what? You want to 12H? Committee, Arts, Health?
No, to budget.
Budget
and Finance? All right.
All right.
Can you do February 18th?
12B, if there's no objection, that'll be continued. Item number 9, special? Or do you want to be heard? Mr. Wax? All right, that'll be called special. Anything else? Any other requests? All right, we'll move a public hearing on those items that have been requested. Item number 12.
Did you want to take a vote on the items that are not called special, Mr.
Yeah,
President?
that's fine. All right, clerk, open the roll on those that have not been called special, those items. Close the roll.
11 ayes.
All right, those items will be deemed approved. Item number 12, we don't have a name, it just has M. All right, one is Rick Mejia. Mr. Mejia here? Rick Mejia. Mr. Mejia. Hey. All right. On what item, Mr. Mejia? Affordable housing?
Affordable housing in the Playa Vista area.
Oh, 15 was already called special.
That's right.
That's item 15, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. No problem. All right, we'll hold your card for when we have a comment, if we have public comment. Anything else? All right, what's the next item? These are for 12? Well, you want to hear 12? All right, want to take it up? This is on Bologna. This is on Save on Bologna Creek. Want to take it up? Ms. Galanter.
Are we up to item 15 now? Okay. Item 15 is the bond, the request from the developers of Playa Vista to be able to use bond financing for the first housing that they propose to develop in the Playa Vista development. As I told you on Wednesday, we had a fairly long public hearing on this on Wednesday, and as I told you at the time, I had asked that we put the vote over until Friday because, does anybody care? Because I was trying to work with the developers to get an agreement from them that in exchange for being able to use this financing mechanism for housing that is already approved, that they would offer some additional public benefit in the form of additional units to be set aside for affordable housing. I am very disappointed to tell you that in my most recent conversation with Playa Vista, which was with the project manager on my way into the City Hall this morning, he told me that they believe that the conditions they've agreed to in the subdivision map were more than well, what he said was that they're more than anybody else has ever done, and the nuts and bolts of it is that he didn't feel it was appropriate to agree to provide any additional units. And unless there is somebody here from Playa Vista who can give me more recent information on the basis of that failure to reach the agreement I had hoped we would reach, I'm going to recommend that we use this bond allocation elsewhere. There will be another opportunity for Playa Vista to apply for bond financing in 3 months if they choose to do it. There will be another opportunity next year, but there is a limited amount of this bond authorization available, and I feel that, yeah, and I hope you will join me in feeling that rather than just handing it out to the first developer who comes in the door, that we ought to be handing it out to the developers who are offering additional public benefits in exchange for it. And so I am disappointed to say this to you. I had really hoped that I would be able to come in today and say that they had agreed to this and that we were going to move forward. We're not talking about a huge number of units, but I guess that depends on your point of view. So I'm going to recommend, I'm about to make it. My motion is reluctantly that we receive and file this item.
Okay. We did have a public hearing the other day, so.
Just may take another minute. I particularly want to thank the city staff who have worked very hard on this with my staff. I also want to thank Mario Yuravich for his hours of labor on this. The city attorney's office and the housing department really went way beyond the call of duty in helping us put together documents that we thought were going to make this possible. And I really appreciate their help. They deserve a lot of thanks.
And the item is Ms. Galanter's moved to receive and file item 15. And Mr. Wax, did you want to be heard on it?
I had a lot of questions about the cost of this to the city, but in light of Ms. Galanter's motions and all, I'll save it for another day.
Mr. Holden, I know you want to make a speech because you've got a lot of friends out there.
Mr. President, when I spoke just a few days ago on this issue,
you were very convincing.
in addition to being convincing, and thank you, Mr. President, I said to the people who were here protesting that they had within Ms. Galanter a person who had the highest of credentials and integrity. That's where I started my speak, if you recall. And I said that on this issue, however, I was on the other side, but it's something that she had looked at very closely and would continue to look at. And I'm very pleased to hear her say today that the other side is not ready. And given the fact that they're not, she's recommending that we receive and file and not even consider this matter further. But I just want to say that I want to congratulate Ms. Galanter for studying it very closely. It's something that most of us should do often before we act, because we have to think of the consequences of our action. There is a burial ground there, but my concern has always been the traffic in the area. The fact that Lincoln Boulevard is just bumper to bumper. And I suggested to the developers early on, in order to get my support, they would have to build an off-ramp from Highway 90 right onto the project, and it would work. Failing to do that, my vote has always been no from the beginning, will continue to be no. And I just want to congratulate and thank everybody that we're going to have a unanimous vote today. We're all on the right side, and God, I'm sure glad to be with the majority on this one for a change. I've been just a single voter.
Are you opposed to the receive and file, Nate, or you just want to be heard?
Oh, I've already been heard, Mr. President.
Okay. All right, prepare the roll on receive and file.
I thank you very much.
Prepare the roll, tabulate the vote.
For joining the Holden fan club.
13 ayes.
Would you lift him on your shoulders and carry him outside? We'd appreciate that. Next item.
5 called special by Councilmember Chick.
Mrs. Chick, item 5.
We already moved to have that held over until Friday.
Okay. There is somebody that wants to be heard on that.
No, I believe he's already left, feeling that he would have that opportunity next week.
Okay. All right. 5 has been continued until Friday. The next item.
9 special Wax.
I wanted just a brief explanation of what it is. Someone here to explain?
Mary Higgins from the CAO's office. The Bureau of Sanitation is removing one level of management from the refuse collection yards. What this does is provide a severance pay package to encourage the retirement of people so that they can expedite elimination of that level. The overall savings will be $316,000 upon full implementation. The cost is approximately $240,000.
$240,000 for how many people?
5 people. And this eliminates one level of management.
Ms. Goldberg?
Yes, I think this was in the EERC, but in case you don't remember, in the Labor Management Committee, in this department, they found out a number of things and ways to make a savings of approximately 25% of their total budget over a 3-year period and on in perpetuity. One of them involved removing a layer of management, and in order to prevent the excessive bumping which would result from that removal, which could upset as many, I can't remember the number now, but it was a vast array of people who would be bumped. The goal was, because all of these people were at or near retirement, was to provide an incentive for them to simply, that group to leave voluntarily, and then the department to carry on with the folks that were there that would continue the savings of about 25% in 3 years' time, this is, I believe, the 3rd year, isn't it? Aren't we about to that 25% point now? Yeah, this is the 3rd year. So this was a part of the plan from the beginning, I believe, and I really want to commend the Joint Labor Management Committee for the efforts that they have done. It's amazing to find a department that can reinvent itself in such a short period of time, and I know that the mayor's office has also commented favorably on their ability to do this. So I would urge an aye vote.
If not, prepare the roll on item number 9. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes, 1 no.
That is approved. Next item. Forthwith on that item. Members of the council, you've received a letter from the mayor regarding the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Andrew Cuomo, will be at the Amateur Athletic Foundation headquarters Wednesday, February 18th from 9:30 to 11, and all members have been invited. I just wanted to remind you that you do have a notice of that, so if you can attend that, it would be appreciated. The Amateur Athletic Foundation, which is on West Adams, and Mr. You do allow us to come into your district every now and then. Okay, that's okay. Forthwith on item 13. The next item.
This is time for comments from the public on non-agenda items.
Mary Davis. Mary Davis. And Brian Hutchins. Mary Davis, is there a Mary Davis here? Did you want to be heard? No, it's public. This is public comment. Okay. Brian Hutchins, you have the floor.
Yeah, this is in reference to the 800-foot Valentine for UN complacency. Unfortunately, Jerry Rubin, he's a UN fundamentalist, and he apparently doesn't know anything about the history of the UN, although it exists. I could give the role of the special envoy to the Great Lakes region in Africa in thwarting any and all aid, humanitarian or medical aid, to Rwanda. He being the nephew of former Prime Minister Jacques Chrétien of Canada, of the British Commonwealth. Because so much of that genocide that occurred in Rwanda and Zaire was simply to get the minerals, as they say. Corporations such as, quote, American Mineral Fields, actually a Canadian entity, got huge concessions from frontman Kabila, frontman for the Marcher Lord of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni. Uganda is a hellhole. It is not the new democracy, the new economy. The main point, though, is that Jerry didn't say anything, absolutely nothing, about the biggest UN game going right now, which is the sanctions, 7 years, the diplomatic mass weapon of destruction against the Iraqi people and children. He said absolutely nothing about that. And considering that we are about to be pushed by Tony Blair and the so-called inspector at the UN, Richard Butler, into an all-out assault on the people of Iraq again, supposedly to get Saddam Hussein, I think it speaks a lot to the...
Mr. Hutchins, the matter you're talking about is not under the jurisdiction of the City Council, so if you want to talk in public comment, please deal with the issues that we have some jurisdiction over.
I thought this was public comment.
It is public comment, but what you're talking about is not an issue that we have jurisdiction over.
Well, Councilor Galanter gave him free rein to talk about
Mr. Hutchins, please, if you want to talk about something that we have jurisdiction over. That's what public comment is for.
Well, since it was just a display of publicity, this is all. I'm getting right to the heart of the UN thing.
All right, we don't have the UN under our jurisdiction, so please.
Yes, you did, because you just gave
No,
it a
that
boost.
that wasn't an issue that we took up.
Well, okay, it was just...
Okay, will you
Rich
step
Galanter.
down, please? We have other people who want to be heard. Mr. Robinson? Okay, go ahead.
Mr. President, members of council, before this goes any further, I'd simply like to say that at the risk of sounding patronizing, supercilious, like some parvenu, Jerry Rubin and Tom Hayden are friends of mine. Thank you.
Anyone else that wants to be on public comment? Mary Davis, is she? Okay, the public comment period is closed. The next item.
Motions for posting and referral.
There's no objections, unanimous vote. Next item.
You have a closed session item 18 today, but before going in, I do have excuses on the desk, Mr. President.
Okay. All those people not involved with the executive session, please leave the council chamber.
Councilman Burnson has requested to be excused personal business, February the 11th, the other day. However, I didn't get a chance to introduce it. We lost a quorum. Unanimous vote.
Unanimous vote.
Councilmember Wax has requested to be excused personal business, May 8th, meets council policy.
Unanimous vote.
Councilmember Holden has requested to be excused city business, February 24th through the 27th. All dates meet council policy.
Unanimous vote.
Councilmember Walters has requested to be excused city business to arrive at 11:30 on February the 17th, meets council policy.
Who? Yeah. Unanimous vote.
Councilmember Goldberg has requested to be excused city business Wednesday, February the 18th, meets council policy.
Unanimous vote.
Item 18, closed session.
Okay. Sergeant, would you clear the council chamber, those not involved with the executive session?
We're back into open session. Are there any other items on the table for adjourning motions, Madam Clerk?
No, No, the desk is clear, Mr.
All right.
President.
Will the audience and the council please rise for adjourning motions? Ms. Chick?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to ask that we adjourn in memory of Ms. Dolores Gibbs. Larry Rubin, who is the principal at Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies, one of our LAUSD schools, asked me to request this adjournment. Dolores Gibbs was a counselor at Sherman Oaks Center for Enriched Studies, passed away on February 4th. She always had the best interest of the students in mind, and they will miss her smile and her deep involvement at the school. She's survived by her son, Carlton Gibbs, age 16. And also to adjourn in memory of a 6-year-old boy, Lance Julian Carriam, who is the son of a DWP employee and LAPD reserve officer in the Southwest Division, Abdullah and his wife Stacy Carriam. Lance, their son, passed away this week after a battle with kidney failure, and unfortunately he died shortly before his father was undergoing surgery to donate one of his kidneys to his son.
All members on that. Ms. Glander?
I'd like to ask that we adjourn in memory of David Orr. This is a somewhat unusual case. David actually died 10 years ago, but his parents only found out last week what had happened to him. He was, the young man was schizophrenic. He had been living in a group home and got out, disappeared. And despite his parents were notified that he'd disappeared, they shipped the dental records to missing persons. They found out only last week that 3 years later, missing persons finally sent the dental records over to the county coroner's office. The coroner had David's body from the day he disappeared. He was killed in a train accident, but they had no way to identify who it was. 3 years later, the dental records made it to the coroner, by which time, of course, the unidentified body had been cremated and buried along with all the other unidentified bodies that the coroner was holding. And so the only way his parents found out was his mother happened to call the coroner once again 10 years later to say, is there any word? And they said, in effect, funny, you should call, and told her what had happened. So I think that it is time for us to acknowledge that this family not only has the grief of losing their son, but they have also had 10 years of totally unnecessary anguish over this. And I would like to adjourn in David's memory and send our condolences to his mother, his father, and his sister.
All members. Mr. Hernandez?
Mr. President, members of the council, I thought it'd be appropriate if we also adjourned the name of Nathan Cook. He was a 20-year-old Occidental College student who basically went biking up to Devil's Gate in the rains last week, and his body was found in the debris. And I'm sure Councilman Altori would like to join me on it as an alumnus. And rarely does Occidental College lose a student. And he was an honor student and a very young man at the age of 20.
Mr. Holden?
Mr. President, it's sad to announce the passing of Louis Isaac William III, the residents of the 10th District since 1947. He was an active member in his church and civic groups, leagues and Pop Warner, Little Leagues. He was a hero in the war, and he was in an all-segregated army, and therefore he only received the Bronze Star, where it would have been a Congressional Medal of Honor, and retired as a supervisor in the United States Post Office. He also backed his wife, who's Ms. Virginia Hayes Williams, whom we all know, as president of the Women's Steering Committee, 10th District. The funeral services will be held Tuesday, February 17th, 10 a.m. at the Holy Cross Cemetery, 5835 West Lawson Boulevard in Culver City. He leaves 9 children, his wife, Ms. Williams, 2 sisters, 13 grandchildren. Mr. President, we also would like to adjourn in memory of May Helen Lee. Miss Lee is the mother of Brian Lee. He's a long time and dear friend of mine. My son's Chris, they went to school together. But Mr. Brian Lee is a sergeant with the Sheriff Department, and they were very active in the Pasadena area. His her husband is Julius Lee, and son Brian, and daughter Karen. And of course, she's going to be missed as well.
Ms. Walters.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd ask the council to adjourn in memory of Willie James Brown, who is the owner of the Brown Floral Shop located in the 9th Council District. He's survived by his wife, Janetta Brown. Passed away yesterday.
I'd like the council
Okay.
first to adjourn in the memory of Ben Corman, who was a longtime friend of our family and the loving father of Royce Menkes, who works with the city attorney's, the CAO's office, and also Donald Rigler, who was the brother and partner in all good deeds with Lloyd Rigler. And I'll give the clerk. I think all members should join on that. Okay. Call the services for Donald Rigler are going to be, the services for Donald Rigler have been held. Okay. Call the roll, Madam Clerk. Council's adjourned.